So spring block system, I think we are solving. Let us pay attention to SHM once again. Could you tell me last class class problem?
Two springs attached to one block, sir.
Means one spring to the ceiling, one spring to the base. That question, na?
No, sir. Both the springs to the ceiling.
Both the springs to the ceiling. Just check. Did we do this or not? This one?
No, sir.
No. Hmm. Okay. So we will begin with this only.
Two
Huh.
pulley and spring.
Two pulleys and okay, okay,
Two
okay.
pulleys that have
Understood. One side thread, one side this one. Correct? This
yes.
one we did. Hmm. Okay. So if a pendulum is best example within the good approximation. Pendulum oscillates. If it starts oscillating from the equilibrium point, x equal to a sine omega t, time t equal to 0, phi equal to 0. So starts from equilibrium but with some velocity. Velocity must be there, otherwise it cannot move. Whereas if the pendulum starts from extreme position, x equal to a cos omega t at t equal to 0, phi equal to pi by 2. Here v equal to 0. You are releasing from that position. Apart from these two, if oscillation starts from any other point, then x equal to a sine omega t plus phi. The phi can be pi by 3, pi by 4, hmm, pi by 6, anything, anything. Velocity v equal to a omega cos omega t plus phi. This is a omega root of 1 minus sine square omega t plus phi. So I'll write top v equal to a omega 1 minus x square by a square. This is equal to omega into a square minus x square. Omega into a square minus x square. X equal to 0, velocity is maximum. Maximum velocity for a particle making SHM. Even from this expression also you can write a omega. From this expression also you can write x equal to 0, velocity maximum a omega. Maximum velocity is at the extreme minimum, this equilibrium position. When x equal to 0, velocity is maximum. That means when it is passing through equilibrium position, velocity will be maximum, a omega. But at the extreme point, acceleration will be maximum. How to find acceleration, sir? Erasing this. Acceleration a differentiate velocity minus a omega square sine omega t plus phi. A equal to minus omega square x. Okay, when x is maximum, plus or minus a, acceleration omega square a maximum. Whereas velocity is maximum at the mean position a omega. These are important points. Okay. Coming to SHM, this springs. Assume that this is K1, this is K2. Two springs are attached to the block and system is oscillating. This you can split. For our convenience, we will keep one spring at a time, another spring we will remove. This is only a way of convenience. Plus, now this one you replace, this one you fix, and put this spring. Sir, why we are doing like this? For the ease of understanding only. For the ease of understanding, we'll do like this. Actually, it's a spring block system ultimately, so the system could be replaced with a single spring and block K equivalent and M. Can replace like this. Okay, na? First case. It moves down x1. System moves down x1. Then center of the pulley will move down x1 by 2. Center of the pulley moves down x1 by 2, so that x1 by 2 here, x1 by 2 will make x1. Then this spring elongates x1 by 2. So spring tension K1 x1 by 2 must be equal to downward tensions 2T. See, ultimately tension is the restoring force on the block. Tension is the restoring force on the block. Okay, so if you displace the block by x1, center of the pulley displaces down x1 by 2, k1 x1 by 2 is equal to 2t. k1 x1 by 2 is equal to 2t. So tension T equal to k1, 2t is equal to k1 x1 by 2. Now, when the second case moves down x2, this is fixed only. Pulley is fixed only. When the block moves down x2, 1 second.
చిన్న విషయాన్ని పెద్ద చేసుకోకూడదు ఏముంటే అది చేతిలో చేతులు పెట్టుకుంటుంటే పిల్లవాడిని వాడు ఎడవాలి మాయడం దానికి అందుకని కోసం చెప్పుకుంటున్నాడు అన్ని రెస్ట్రిక్ట్ చేసుకోవడం మాయడం షుగర్ వేపేయాలని ఉంటే విలేషన్ పట్ల పిల్లలు పుట్టిందంటే ఒక్క రెప్పేసుకుని పట్టించుకున్నాయి
ఆ శాపం పెళ్ళైనప్పుడు ముగ్గురు చేతిలో తచ్చి కొంచెం అనుభవిస్తాం అంత ఇంకో చదువుని ఎట్లా ట్రీట్ చేయాలో తెలుస్తావు నీవు ముగ్గురుతో పడతావు చూడు నేను ఇంకోకి యూజ్ చేస్తాను sorry yeah see so block when moves down x2 the pulley being fixed here when it moves down x2 the spring raises x2 this pulley is fixed now when the block moves down x2 this will go up x2 so tension T is equal to K2 x2 tension T equal to K2 x2 so this is for our convenience that we have splitted the two springs separately system we have split it up separately now both springs are on actually so the net displacement of the block x is due to both x1 plus x2 first spring causes x1 second spring causes x2 so net displacement x equal to x1 plus x2 x1 plus x2 when both are there and this system I am replacing with a spring block system single spring block ultimately it is spring block system only just arrangement is different so let the equivalent spring be K equivalent and block spring block system now when force is constant then only this system is said to be equivalent to this restoring force ultimately has to be constant in this as well in this part as well in this part. Restoring force has to be constant. Then only equality we will say. So tension is here T. What tension these two springs together are causing, the same tension this spring should cause. Tension is the restoring force. So in all the cases, tension is constant. I can write in this case now the same tension T is equal to K equivalent into X. So X I can write T by K equivalent. X1 is equal to 4T by K1 plus X2 equal to T by K2 implies, hey, I am writing same tension here, same tension here, same tension here. Why? For this system, equivalent is this one. The equivalence is decided by restoring force only. This system I am replacing with a single spring block system. Equivalent system means equivalence is decided by force only. Force if is same, restoring force, then equivalent. That's what we have to take. Rearrange. K equivalent is equal to, what do you get here? K1, K2 by K1 plus 4K2. K1 plus 4K2. Time period T is equal to 2 pi root m by k. Here system is replaced with equivalent spring. So K equivalent 2 pi into K equivalent, here m into K1 plus 4K2 by K1 K2.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, could you explain how tension is the restoring
How,
force constant here?
tension is the restoring force because see the block is oscillating ultimately due to tension. On the block, mass part is only block. On the mass part, restoring force is only tension. That tension is caused by both K1 and K2, both springs. Tension is caused by both K1 and K2, both springs. So each spring we separate and study for better understanding. Each spring we separate and study, we come to know the effect. But in all the cases, tension needs to be kept constant. In all the cases, tension needs to be kept constant because that is the restoring force. Equivalence is decided by restoring force only. Okay. Shall I give you a problem?
Yes, sir.
Realizing this. Find the time period of oscillation. 1 minute time I will give you for your understanding. Any one of you? No one did? Hmm? At a time, one spring you take, as I said. So you first you consider, say this spring, for example. This spring is on. Block is there. First is this one plus second case. This spring you take. That's all. Okay. So what to do? See, this kind of problems actually could be done by two methods. Force method is there, energy method is there. So one method I am giving you. First, you get habituated to this, practice the problems. There are many problems in the workbook also. You just practice, then we will be discussing the other. One spring is on. Okay, assume that this block displaces down x1. When it displaces down x1, this pulley being at rest fixed, the string here raises x1. The string raises x1 means the center of the pulley goes up x1 by 2 here, this part. That will go x1 by 2 only. Center of the pulley goes x1 by 2. So tension K x1 by 2. This you understood or not? Tell me first. Center of Newton's laws. Completely it is Newton's laws only. Okay. Block moves down x1. Then the string here x1 raises up. So center of the pulley goes up x1 by 2. K into x1 by 2 is the tension in the spring. Tension in the spring is equal to 2 times the tension upward. See, 2t is there, equated to 2t. Equated to 2t. Clear? Second case. Now second spring is there. Assume that this causes an x2 displacement in the block. Spring displaces by x2. The spring constants are different now, so they do cause different displacements. First spring x1, second spring x2. Okay. Then this pulley is fixed here. So the string here raises x2. This pulley is also fixed. So here it elongates x2, x2, x2. So tension T is equal to 2K x2. The tension in the string, tension in the spring, both are same. 2K x2. Now both are there. So x equal to x1 plus x2. Replace the system with a single spring block system. Then x equal to t by k equivalent. x1 4t by k plus x2 t by 2k implies k equivalent is equal to 2k by 9. K equivalent is equal to 2k by 9. Then time period. If it is a spring block system, time period 2 pi, m by k. So here 9m by 2k. You get like this. Is that clear? Any doubts are there?
No doubt, sir.
Good. We will go to next problem then. This I am erasing. So this way you can solve problems. We will go to this is HCV problem. One spring is like this. This is another spring. Identical springs. All the three springs are identical. Third spring will be like this. Three springs, each of constant k. So the block M is put on the smooth ground. It is in the horizontal plane, you assume. Even gravity is there, gravity has no effect. Na? Constant force does not contribute to SHM, we understood. So leave that. So it is put on the smooth ground, you assume. All springs are identical. Find the time period of oscillation. This is block M. If you displace down one side, see it's given that this angle is 45. It's given. You displace any one side. If you displace this side down, easy to understand. X you displace. Then the block from this position, it has come to this position. A distance of X. Okay. This has a component in this direction, X by root 2. In this direction, X by root 2. So if spring 3 compresses by X, spring 2 and spring 1, they each elongate by X by root 2. They each elongate by X by root 2. Spring force, here we have stretched it. It will be like this, kx by root 2. In this direction also it is kx by root 2. Kx by root 2, kx by root 2. And for this one, in this direction, there is a force of kx. You guys have displaced it downward. So net force will be acting in this direction. In this direction, net force will be there. When this is kx by root 2 and this angle is 45, you have to take the component. That would be kx by 2. Kx by root 2 cos 45. And here also kx by root 2, this angle is also 45 component. That is also kx by root 2. Thus, net restoring force minus of kx plus kx by 2 plus kx by 2. This is equal to MA. A equal to minus 2k by m into x. So time period 2 pi by omega. 2 pi m by 2k. So check it. Things are clear or not? Just check. Any doubts are there? Raise fast.
Sir,
Hmm.
sir, could you explain the part where we got kx by 2?
This one you have displaced it down like this. So this spring component x by root 2, upward kx by root 2 spring force, its component in this direction kx by root 2 cos 45 kx by 2. Similarly, this spring also in this direction when it displaces like this kx by root 2. So here component kx by 2.
Sir, why aren't we taking kx minus kx by 2 minus kx by 2?
Displacement is downward, x. Force is acting upward. Displacement is downward, force is acting upward.
Okay, sir.
So minus sign I put. Okay. Erase this.
Yes, sir.
Next. There is a spring block system like this. So this point is B, this point is C, this is A, K2, K1, and you know the distance is given as L. This is projected with the velocity V. Smooth surfaces. Find the time period of oscillation. Always you have to look at a point whether the spring block system wherever is given, whether it is attached to the spring or not, whether the block is attached to spring or not. This is what you have to look at, whether it is attached to or not. If the block is attached to spring, then time period will be 2 pi into root m by k. Time period will be 2 pi into root m by k. Okay, na? But when it is detached, during the compression time only the block is in attachment with the spring. After that it gets detached. Hope you understood what I am trying to convey you. See, suppose now it hits here, compresses up to this, compresses from this and moves up to this. So from C to say some P, P to Q, it will oscillate. If it is attached to spring throughout, it will oscillate and time period 2 pi into root m by k. When it is not attached, what happens? C to P as well P to C. Up to this only it is attached to spring. After that C to Q, spring is separate, block is separate. So C to P, P to C, time period here T by 4, T by 4. Time period will be T by 2. time period will be t by 2. Okay, so time taken t is equal to t1 by 2. Where to where? C to some point here P and then P to C. That is time period T1 by 2. After that it comes. Similarly, it hits B. B to some Z it will go and then Z to B. Time period will be T2 by 2. Plus. In between, sir, between B and C, what happens? B to, yeah, it's given a velocity V towards the right side first. So let me begin with right side. A to C, it travels L by 2. C to A, it travels L by 2. A to B, it travels L by 2. B to A, it travels L by 2. All these L by 2 distances free, under, not under the influence of spring. Okay, so these distances together will add up to give you 2L with a velocity V. So plus 2L by V. So that is the time taken. From VA it started, A to P, P to A to Z, Z to A. That is oscillation. Okay. A it started, A to P, P to A to Z, Z to A. This is the system. A to P, I divided like this. A to P, what happens? A to C without spring, C to P with spring, P to C with spring, C to A without spring. Like that it is moving. Ultimately, time period T is equal to here T1 pi into M by K1 plus pi into M by K2 plus 2L by B. That's all. This is the time.
Sir,
Ah,
once can you explain from C to P, P to C, how did you write T by 4?
C to P only it is in contact with the spring, compresses the spring up to maximum P. So this is equilibrium position C, P is extreme position, equilibrium to extreme time taken T by 4. When from P to C in the reverse journey also T by 4. After that it has reached equilibrium C, it goes this side, gets detached from the spring. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts, boys? So erase this. In the same way we can do for erasing this. Simple pendulum also. Simple pendulum. When it comes to this is point of suspension O, there is a peg P here. PEG peg means a nail which catches the string. Okay, and it is initially swung to an angle. So position A released, length L. At L by 2 there is a peg. So what happens if you assume this point to be the equilibrium point C, C to A to C, L length will oscillate. But this onwards what happens as the peg catches the thread, L by 2 thread only will oscillate. L by 2 thread only will oscillate. So B. Okay. So time period of oscillation if is asked is A to C to A first, C to A to C. L length will oscillate, length L will oscillate. So time period T1 by 4, T1 by 4. Then C to B, B to C. L by 2 length only will oscillate. So time period T2 by 4, T2 by 4. Therefore, total time T is equal to T1 by 2 plus T2 by 2. So this is pi into root L by G plus pi into L by 2G, because L by 2 only is oscillating. Okay. Alternately, we'll take up another problem. There is a wall here, elastic wall. A pendulum is suspended here. Pendulum is suspended here, and this is moved, swung to an angle of say beta. At an angle alpha, wall is there, and E equal to 1 here. The ball collides with the wall. Perfect elastic collision. Length is L. Point of suspension is O. Find the time period of oscillation. In two cases. First case, beta less than alpha. Beta less than alpha. Second case, beta greater than alpha. Two cases. Perfect elastic collision has to happen. Sir, why? What happens if E is not 1? Simple. In SHM, velocity is given by omega into a square minus x square root. So at a given x, there is a given velocity. Whether it goes in this direction or in this direction, no matter, velocity is constant. Magnitude of velocity at a given point. So after hitting here with the same velocity, if it bounces, then it can be SHM. If velocity varies here, it cannot be SHM. That's why E equal to 1 I gave. It has to be E equal to 1. Coming to beta less than alpha, this case. Beta less than alpha case. For example, beta is 30 degrees, alpha is 60 degrees. Then definitely it will not hit the wall. Before hitting the wall only, it will complete oscillation. then time period will not get affected. 2 pi into root L by G. No change. Here, instead of writing x equal to a sine omega t, I can write in terms of angles. Angular displacement theta is equal to, what is this theta, sir? Angle with respect to vertical. Angular displacement theta equal to maximum angular displacement theta naught sine omega t. I can write like this. Okay. Angle to which it swings with respect to vertical, theta. So instead of x in meters, theta in angles. Theta angle made by thread with vertical. That is varying, like theta naught sine omega t. This is called angular SHM. So we represent SHM here like this. So theta is equal to theta naught sine omega t. We'll write like this. Sir, why sine, why not cos? Those I already explained. If it starts from equilibrium sine, it starts from extreme position cos, you will get. These points I already told. Any other point, phi will be there. Okay. Now, beta less than alpha. This is 30, this is 60. Then without hitting the wall, it will oscillate. So time period t is equal to 2 pi into root L by G, no change. But when beta greater than alpha, that means suppose wall is at 30 degrees, but you have swung the pendulum up to 60 degrees and release it. In this case, time period will differ. So here, beta greater than alpha. In this case, what happens? So this point A, B, C, A to B, B to A, T by 4, T by 4, no doubt. But A to C and C to A, time will be different. It is not T by 4. What to do? A to C time BT. A to C time taken BT. Sir, how to find it, sir? Theta is equal to theta naught sine omega t. Theta naught is initially how much you have swung, beta. Theta, where is the wall position? That is alpha into sine omega t. Why sine only, sir? When it goes like this, from the equilibrium position, it is going and hitting, coming back. You have to consider A to C, C to A, equilibrium to C. Equilibrium, if it starts, sine omega t is the equation. Okay. Then what is time, sir? Time 1 by omega sine inverse alpha by beta. Since omega is 2 pi by t, this is t by 2 pi sine inverse alpha by beta. This is time taken. This is time taken. Okay. Now, what is the total time? Total time is equal to t by 2, a to b, b to a. That is pi into root L by G plus this to this t, this to this t, 2t, 2 small t. That means t by pi into sine inverse alpha by beta. This is the answer. Sir, what is capital T, sir? Capital T is time period, no wall, nothing. Simply simple pendulum time period, 2 pi into root L by G. So here also you can write, in place of capital T, you can write 2 pi into root L by G.
Sir,
Oh. Yes, tell me.
sir, all the questions
Hmm.
since you did right now,
Hmm.
can we say that the time interval, like the motion is being divided into 4 equal time intervals?
Correct. Correct only. This is having one time period, A to B, B to A to C, C to A, another time period. Composite SHM we call. This is composite SHM.
Okay, sir.
Understand? Any doubts? Please ask. We'll stop here. Tomorrow, angular rigid bodies SHM we will do. SHM means springs, oscillations with springs, and then rigid body oscillations. Rigid body oscillations. So in your batch, one problem is missing. So with what I thought of teaching, among them, one I could not teach today due to disturbances. Okay, that problem, please remind me tomorrow. Immediately the class begins, I will discuss that. It is based on conservation of momentum. So just give me a hint. Problem based on conservation of momentum. We will do that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. We will continue in the next class. You come prepared with torque, moment of inertia concepts, rolling. Okay. Rigid body, SHM, we are going to discuss tomorrow.